Hey YouTube, Jedi Vanguard Kressel, or Brendan Kressel, whatever you prefer. Um, I'm going to C2E2, a convention in downtown Chicago next month on April 27th, and I'm going as the Joker. You may have seen some of my other videos doing impressions of the Joker. I'm not going as the Dark Knight Joker, I'm going as a custom Joker. I'm not going to have a certain voice. I'm going to talk in my own voice, maybe a little higher. I have a Joker laugh, but I'm not going to do it because it sounds awful on the microphone. Today, I decided that I'm going to show you how I do my Joker makeup. Now, by all means, you do your own thing. That's the fun thing about this character, is you can take certain liberties and still have it recognizable. Now, I have a certain way I do it, and I never really documented how I did it. And so it's often, for a while there, it's just up in the air. I just kind of did it and hoped it turned out right, yada yada yada. Long story short, I want to take the time right now to do this right and show you exactly how I do it. You can either do it your own way, but I say you should do it your own way. I took things that I learned from me doing it personally and things that I've seen other people do and meshed it all together with something I'm very happy with. To be completely honest, the hardest part of it was figuring out how I was going to do my hair, but I used this little guy and how he did his hair as a basis. I don't do the exact thing because I don't have extremely long hair, but I can do what I want with it. 1 second. And yeah, tonight I'm going to show you how I do it. Got myself my little clackety teeth as a prop. Alright, first thing you're going to want to do, if you wear glasses, take them off if you can. I mean, if you can't see, leave them on, but me, my vision's not that bad, so first thing you're going to want to do is, in my opinion, I start with the hair. Now, I'm not going to color my hair tonight because I don't have any more green hair spray, but I have some pictures up on Facebook. You can look up my page. It's Joker and Harley Quinn cosplayers. There's a couple pictures of me on there of older costumes, newer costumes. In the middle, the newest one you'll see because I'm full Joker. I'm going to be taking a lot more pictures with my brand new camera at C2E2. But for right now, I'm just going to use the basics. Not going to spray my hair, that goes without saying. Although I do have to say one thing. When you do spray paint your hair, make sure you accent the top of the curves or whatever, and all the little changes in direction, accent those with the green in order to give your hair more depth and pop. So, we'll start. First thing you're going to want to do is get your hair a little wet. Doesn't have to be much. Probably put on a little more than I needed to. I need to pick up my guy because I need to be able to see what I'm working with. Alright, I use Got2b hair glue. It is amazing stuff. No matter what length or thickness your hair is, this will hold it. Comb. Don't use a brush. This is, makes it just a lot neater. I mean, if you got really thick hair, you might want to use a brush, but, just throw some in your hand. I need a pretty good amount because I got thick hair, but let's do this. I start by slicking it all backwards. Just make sure I get some good coverage in it. And then I start from one side and bring the hair over and back almost to the top. Now I have a double cowlick. I usually bring it up to there. I'm going to need a little bit more glue. As I said, I got wild hair. As I said, I'm still trying to perfect my method. Did really good the other day, and I can't quite remember how I exactly did it, but I may do. Make sure it's nice and even. You know, even though the Joker's insane, he still has this weird sense of professionalism in how he makes himself look. I didn't do this today, but I often have sideburns. I generally shave them off, but I didn't today. This stuff grows back really quickly. You're going to want to shave it off at the top of your ear. As you see, I got that nice cross on the hair. Got a couple wild ones sticking up there, which isn't really that big a problem. Let me just wash my hands off. Now, this hair gel is great because it holds for hours. You can hit your hair, mess with it. It'll always go back to the same spot. And the good thing is that it comes out with soap and water. Very easy. Just a quick shower, you know, no big deal. Now, I do my hair like this for two reasons. One, it's got that professional look, kind of like this. Can't really flare the hair out on the sides. Hell, it kind of does it on its own. But I do this because it leaves the frame of my face completely open. My hairline squared, so I can follow it and get really close with the makeup. Make sure I get a nice even coat. Now, normally I do my neck, but I'm not going to do that today because it's just way too much to wash off. I'll go over some of the things I use. I don't necessarily remember the brand of this one, but it's a simple green cup. We'll get to what that's used for in a little bit. Also, if you're going the Joker I am, you're going to paint your hands white if you want, or just wear gloves. I'm wearing gloves, but if not, buy some nice neon green nail polish. Alright, you're going to need cosmetic sponges for little things. I don't use them a lot of the time, but if you haven't been doing it very long, you're going to want them just in case. Make things look nicer, neater. Mehron Barrier Spray. This stuff works really well. It keeps a lot of the makeup that you put on, like for instance around your neck for the Joker costume, keeps a lot of it from rubbing off on your collar. That is a great thing, because that was one of my biggest problems. Alright. I have two lipsticks. One's a slightly lighter red, as you can see, and one's just a very little bit darker. Now, we'll get to why I do that in a minute. It's the same brand as the other one in black. Nice big color cup. And then I also use Mehron white color cup. Now this one's unopened because I already have an open one. But trust me, you'll use a lot of this. I wouldn't recommend using it on your neck because it will pull and it gets really irritating. Some people use this, white liquid latex. I don't. I'm just not a fan. I have this. It's an eyeliner pencil. It's the liquid. And you screw out the tip. See? Now, I use this one rather than a pencil because it works better for what I'm doing, and I will show you why in a few minutes. And let's see, is there anything else I need to bring out? And no, we are good. It's actually very simple makeup. Simple on paper. I mean, you really got to play with it to get it the way you want. Now, to start with, you're going to want a trash towel or an old t-shirt that you don't use or anything like that, because you're going to want to wipe your hands on something. And it's not good if you're wiping your hands on something you need. I have a t-shirt over here I use. Here we are. As you can see, it looks like it's been hit by the Joker. Alright, because you're going to want to wipe your hands off, but you don't want to necessarily get them wet. Alright, so the first thing you do, no matter what, you always start with your white base. A lot of people like to put baby powder on their face to start with, to kind of put a barrier between things. I don't, because this makes it look more natural, in my opinion. You do what you want, what's best for your skin. Different skin types will react differently to different makeups. I find it just works better just flat on. Right, now I put a very good amount on here, and basically I just put little things on where I'm going to need to spread it from. Yes, I got a little mustache going. Alright, now that I've done this, I use my whole hand. You can use the sponges or whatever, and just rub it around. And make sure you get close to your hairline. You're going to have to go over this coat a couple times. Don't worry. I'd say avoid getting it on your lips as much as possible, but that's kind of a pain. Just do what you can. And what you're going to want to do is get it nice and even. And it should be a pretty light coat. You still want your natural skin colors to go through it. Yes, you're going to want to go over your eyebrows with the white. Trust me on that. It'll make a part that comes later on a lot easier. Nice, even. Alright, now I gotta do my nose. Right now I look like a reverse raccoon. Go into your eye sockets, over your nose. You want to get your face completely whited out. You want to be nice and even. Get down here, around your nose, make sure you get in the crevices. I even do the bottom of my nose. You don't have to if you don't want to. Now, what you want to do is get a nice bright source of light to take a look. Make sure it's as even as possible. Because what you're going to do next, you're going to need to have a pretty even coat so that way you can get some contrast. Light coat, still should be able to see your basic skin tone underneath. Right now it looks flat white, but that's because I'm using a crappy camera. It's my phone. Anyway, now here's the part where it gets interesting. There are certain features on your face that you're going to want to outline in order to, for me, I have a rounder face, heavier face. I need to accentuate certain features to make my face look more narrow. So, take a little extra. Now you're going to do your cheekbones, and follow your cheekbones. Don't make one up. Alright? Both sides. Alright? Now you also want to do around the mouth in a decent sized circle. And this circle is going to include your lower lip, and chin. I put a little too much on, so I'm going to blend that. Alright. Now, as I said, now this is all highlighting stuff. It's meant to make your face look more narrow. You highlight your cheekbones, the higher part of the cheekbones, not the lower part. And what you're going to want to do is blend it in a very little bit. Make sure it doesn't look too fakey. Blend it into the lighter skin tones above. You don't want to bring it to your nose and all the way back. As I said, make sure it's slightly protrude. The slight color difference is all you need in order to make the color protrude a little more. Giving you a cleaner color. Gonna clean a little off here. Accentuate the cheekbone still. Okay. Now, you're going to also want to bring this up from here, the center of your thing, up and over your eyebrow in a nice curve. And what this is going to do is it's going to bring out your eyes, sink in your forehead a little bit, and it's also going to help square off your forehead. And what we're going to do with that, blend it into the nose and the eye sockets. Everything should touch in one way or another. Now, you take them more on your finger, and you're going to do from the top part of your temple above your eye, the corner of your eyebrow, bring it down to your temple. And what this is going to do is it's really going to square off your forehead, which is what we need. Because, as I said, I have a round face, and the Joker's got a really squared off, narrow face. No guarantees that this is going to be my best job doing the makeup, but I've had some practice and I'm relatively satisfied with how I do it. I mean, there are some people who do it a lot better. If you have a Facebook, head on there and like Harley's Joker. The man's name is Anthony Miziano. Fantastic cosplayer, fantastic guy. You know, just go on the page, write a wall post, whatever. Look him up. Anthony Miziano Joker, Harley's Joker, all that stuff. Great guy. Does great work. All stuff like that. Alright. You're going to want to bring in the white just to the bottom of your eye. Alright. Now, don't get this in your eye, of course. Right now I look like a mime. Or Princess Amidala if you look at the little thing there, but not my intention. Alright, that's pretty much it on the white part. Now is where we get into detail work and the other couple more basic things and then the detail work. Now I'm going to go for the lipstick. Now what you want to do is you have a lighter color and then the darker color. And I'll show you what to do. First of all, I find it easier to do it this way. You can do it however you want. Yeah, see, that's what I was afraid of. I had too much of the white on my lips. So, what I'm going to do, clean that off. Okay. Gotta reblend the mouth now. Alright. So as I said, white lipstick, lighter lipstick. Alright, then what you're going to do is you take the darker one and you just go over it just on the front. The difference gives your lips some depth and it makes it look a lot better. Alright, now another difficult part that is all based on how you want to do it. The corners of your mouth. Some people don't do them. Me, I like to. I like to give that a little extra. How I do it is open your mouth, put the lipstick against the corner, and just roll it out a little bit. Watch. Not much. And that gives you just a very little bit of a little extra smile. It just lends to the character a little bit more. You know how it is. Now, it's pretty much all for the lips. Now we really get into the detail stuff. Alright? Now, some of you may already know how to put on the eyeliner. I wasn't 100% sure when I started. Basically what I do is I start middle, go to the outside. I never go to all the way to the inside. I'm just going to stand up to get closer to the mirror to do it real quick, and then I'll come back and show you. One moment. Now, you just want a light outline, just to make your eyes pop that little bit. I'm going to how to detail them a little bit better in a moment. While we're at this point, before I finish the detailing, I'm going to show you something I do, because it's easier. Some people like to do the eyebrows with the green makeup, or green hairspray. Me, I say why waste it? I have this beautiful cup of green. So what I do, and it does come out, don't worry, and then just take it, roll a Q-tip in it, nice and deep. Get that Q-tip caked in it. See what I mean? And what you're going to do is you're going to start, just go over your eyebrow. Now, I got a nice forest green going, but the white will make it white out a little bit. Now what you're going to want to do is do some Joker eyebrows. Like my eyebrows are kind of more curved, so what I do is I always give it a little extra point, a little extra squareness, and then point it down, give it a little tail. See a bit of a difference? Alright, let's see. I apologize if it doesn't look very good right now, but I'm like 3 feet away from a mirror. I can only do so much. Alright, so you kind of want that check mark look on the eyebrows, see? Alright. Now here is where you really need to pay attention to your facial features, okay? Now, everyone's got certain things about the way their face moves, little wrinkles. Now, you want to accentuate certain ones, but if you don't have them, you can artificially create them, but it's kind of difficult. Me, I have them, but still, pain in the butt to replicate. Now, like for instance, when I smile, I have the lines here, I have the little dimples, I have my cheekbones, all this stuff. I'll show you how to do this, alright? What you're going to do is you're going to smile, your Joker smile, and you're just going to trace a little bit, not all the way. And don't worry, you're going to wipe a lot of it off. You're also going to want to put a cleft in your chin. And you're going to want to break your nose up here. Alright, now what's going to happen is I'm not done. I just want to show you this. What you're going to do, take your finger, brush it out. You are going to take off some of the makeup, but that's okay. It's a lot of trial and error. You're basically just trying to shadow in the features. You're not trying to make them overpowering. So you're going to have to blend some of the white makeup over it or whatever. Just to... Oop, a little red. Let me just re-white out my chin real quick. Alright. And don't be afraid to just go over it and try again. Alright. Now, to be completely honest, this is the hard part. These ones. I use a Q-tip for these. And the reason you outline these features is it's going to make your face pop a little more in photographs. I took off a little too much, as I said that might happen. So I'm just going to blend it in with the white makeup a little bit.